Okay, here. Massive critical layering exploit. Already got pre-biss and my guild has made 100,000 gold worth of it since posts like this, but they're already popping up. It's getting extremely boring and repetitive. I'd like to make a post about here. Get to the end of Strat Live or Dead Skullo and Ren's Room or whatever. Kill boss, drop group one at a time and get layered. Instead of being ported out, you get layered. Kill boss again. Go to another layer or back to the first layer. Only requires 2 layers. Camp and reset boss if boss is down on the layer. Camp resetting does not put you at the entrance, but right where you were. Get full BIS, littered in last boss, rare gear like True Faith Vestments, Fell Striker, etc. Pretty broken OP, already rich, and coming out of this, I'll have to kill Balthazar 200 times every day for the next 2 weeks, or I might just quit. I would also be okay with getting punished, i.e. my 10k gold getting removed and temp banned. The game isn't going to be fun if I have so much gold. So here's how it's done, basically. So you have to go in, you go into the end of Strat Live or Dead Skullamons or Ren's Room, whatever. Kill the boss, then you drop group one at a time and get layered. Instead of being ported out, you get layered. Kill boss again. Go to another layer, camp it, and reset if boss is dead on new layer. Why are instances layered? Yeah, that's what I'm really confused about. Yeah, how does that even work? What the fuck, dude? It works in Raid 2, i.e. 2 MC clears in 1 week. Really? Wow. Fake as fuck? It could be fake as fuck. Is there anybody who's tested it and provided any proof? Let me see here.
Wait, hey.
Hey.
Why aren't people saying I did this? Like, I wish. I thought, like, no gold.
I think they think that because you guys got the extra lockout, that you somehow did it accidentally. Maybe?
Oh, no. You know what they're talking about? They're talking about the dungeon resets. So what you do with the dungeon resets is you log out and you have somebody outside the group in a raid group reset, and then it just takes you to the front of the instance. I think that's what they're talking about.
Yeah, but this is completely different. Let me see here. He's doing us all a favor and knows what he is wrong, accepting of it. Okay, what's here? Feels like the banhammer might get laid down over this for more than a few people. Well, yeah, I think that, like... So I've heard some of the spoilers, abuse layer, find anything broken, to get the extreme fucking ridiculous, so I even play the game. Yeah, what a surprise that people try to go for advantages in a video game. Wow, how incredible. Can you believe that? Wow. Okay, here, let's see what the rest of these are. I'd be extremely surprised if Perm Banhammer didn't come for this one. Yeah, I mean, that's true. This is a Perm Ban, not just a few days with some gold. Not only did you actually explain how to do it and share it on a public site. I mean, I don't know how Blizzard doesn't have like a few trackers for this. It's like, this is how layering works. Okay, let me go ahead and pull it up.
I don't think they have
See if it layers. Might just port me. If it ports me, that's fine. I'll just head to Blackrock Mountain. This is exactly how it worked for me earlier. I did this in the boss respawn. Yeah, see, I think he's... Yep. Really? That's not how layering works? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to be an asshole about it. But yeah, this is exactly how layering works in Dungeon. Let's see if it layers. Might just port me. If it ports me, that's fine. I'll just head to Blackrock Mountain.
No fucking way, dude.
This is exactly how it worked for me earlier. I did this in the boss respawn. Yeah, see, I think he's... Yep. Really? That's not how layering works? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to be an asshole about it. But yeah, this is exactly how layering works.
This 100% what happened on F-Spawn's MC clear.
Let's see if it layers.
I don't think that's what happened. I mean, I don't know.
If it ports me, that's fine. I'll just head to Blackrock Mountain.
Oh my god, dude.
I mean, it might have been.
That's
I have no
exactly how it
idea.
worked for me earlier. I
Fuck,
did this in the
man.
boss respawn.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, see,
We
it
should have
makes-
read this
yep.
off stream and cleared MC
Really? That's
like
not how layering
5
works?
times.
No,
Like, what? Yeah, this is
yeah,
such a
this is
mistake.
Exactly how layering works in Dungeon.
I think we're about to go get the carapace right here. So obviously, I'm not going to take advantage of this. This
No,
is something.
actually,
Go ahead.
hold on real quick. This doesn't work for raids because you get locked to raids. So the whole thing where it's like, if you're in a separate group, like it's like you're not in this instances group and it ports you out. That whole like sequence doesn't happen.
How do you
in
know? I
raids.
mean, like, how do you know how layering
Well, I mean,
works in
maybe
Raid?
it still works anyway. But I'm saying that I don't know if it's the same thing or not.
Yeah,
it could be.
I don't think so, man. It's it could go either way. Okay, let me see here. I don't know. What the fuck? How did this get past Blizzard testing? I have all kinds of stupid things that get past testing all the time. Let me see here. 100,000 gold, 20x True Faith vestments, and void patterns per day. Holy shit. Wow. So can I like go try it in ZF? Let me go see if I can try it in ZF. And I'll kill like 1 or 2 mobs and I'll see what happens. Yeah, let me see if it's gonna work. Actually, you know what? I won't even kill any mobs. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Uh,
And maybe like I don't know if you can test it without killing any mobs.
Yeah, I don't either.
I think it would probably be in your best interest just to leave it
Yeah.
and probably report this to Blizzard. And
Whereas no
Let's
way
say
they
fix
don't
it
know
for
about it
COVID.
by now. I mean, let's be honest.
yeah,
I mean, it's pretty clear, obviously, that this is a really, really, really big bug. Like, I'm kind of glad that this is happening, though. I mean, like, it means that people are at least testing things out, which is great. I'm happy about that. I mean, Blizzard's going to probably spend more time, like, making sure these bugs don't happen. So that's really good. Okay, let's see. I had some clowns that were trying to attack me or something. Okay, so let's see. I could go out this way and run for us. I'm fine. Okay, let's go here. All right, wow. So if I leave the group, I get layered. Let me see if this is gonna work. Can't see? Yeah, give me a second, okay? Let me just minimize this. Holy fuck. Why is so the mistake here, the problem here is layering is active in instances. Possibly Realms economy best in slots are oversaturated because people have been abusing this. I don't know about that, man. It's really kind of hard to say. 60-second layer cooldown might have fixed the bug. No, I don't think so, because here's the problem. That layering affects instances. Because if that wasn't the case, then it wouldn't be an issue. But it's purely that. I mean... Fuck. Don't do it on stream? You guys don't think I should do it on stream? This is here. Okay, let me see. So it's really sick? Yeah, I don't know, like, do it? Yeah, I could do it. First time you send him a video, report as a bug. I could just do it to show it to him, yeah. I mean, that would be a good idea. I don't know if they would appreciate that or not. Right? Like, do I want to risk my account and reputation with Blizzard for that? I don't know. It seems like kind of a lot. Because, like, I originally, if I didn't see the clip, I would have thought this was bullshit. I would have. I wouldn't have even believed it. I'd been like, yeah, whatever, right?
yeah, that's kind of
Yeah, and
yeah.
yeah, like, if I didn't see the clip, I would have been like, yeah, right. The thing about Preach is a 30-day ban. Yeah, but Preach clearly exploited. Like, if you're doing it to show an exploit and like to test something out, it's very different than using it for your own gain. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Either way, seems like a horrible idea. Yeah, I think so too. I'd be eager to find out how it works. Yeah, maybe. Let me see. Don't risk it. Yeah, I might. We'll see what happens, okay? People are saying it doesn't work anymore. So they might have already fixed it.
How old was the clip?
It was like I think it was 4 days ago. So wait,
That's
people
like,
been
that's like a week and a half or something.
Holy shit! So people have been doing this for weeks now, or probably a week now, because the odds are somebody's been doing it before that clip too. Holy shit! Don't see a difference in abusing it inside and out instance to farm mobs. Well, yeah, I think there's a huge difference between waiting for a mob's respawn that's like 2 minutes and then repeatedly killing the last boss of a dungeon over and over and over. Like, yeah, I consider those two things very, very, very different. I don't see how they wouldn't be different, honestly. Yeah, so I mean, of course they are. I mean, let's be real. Okay, so let me see here. Let me read the rest of the post. Don't do it on stream. Yeah, I guess I probably won't do it on stream. But we'll see what Blizzard is going to do about this. So what do you think they're going to do about it?
I don't know. They sure as hell need to fix it. That's for sure.
Yeah. Ban 30 days? No, I think that anybody exploiting this, like, I mean, if you're doing it like you kill a boss like twice, and like you accidentally do it, it's like, okay, whatever, right? But if you're doing this back and forth over and over and over, I think that should just be a permaban.
Intent is a really big deal, right?
Yeah.
Like whenever you look at if something just happens and you're like, what the hell? Okay. I mean, here's the thing: if you're doing that and it's like, wait, what the hell? The boss respawn, you're probably just gonna kill it, right? But if somebody goes and they take advantage of it and they figure out why
it's like, yeah,
they
like
know what they're doing.
The boss respawns once, and you're just like, wow, why'd the boss respawn? Okay, cool, it's going again. But if they do it, oh wow, why'd the boss respawn for the 40th time? It's like, okay, yeah, we
like,
know what's going on.
All right, dude. All right, dude, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal. 100% ban wave incoming. I don't know what they're gonna do. Honestly, like, I have no idea. The way that I look at it is that they should be able to track. I'm pretty sure they can track the amount of, like, I don't know, like before the statistics, maybe they actually didn't track it, how many times somebody killed a certain boss. But maybe because they're using one of the newer clients, they do track it, but they just don't show it. Because the statistics, it didn't track all of your kills and everything before the statistics and everything were added into the game. But because they're using a client of the game that it was created after the statistics feature was in there, did they go back and remove it? Because if they didn't, that would allow them to go and actually look and see people's kill logs and see how often they've killed it. So what?
When did they add the statistics stuff? Is that just Wrath? That's what you're talking about?
It was the Wrath pre-patch.
So I think this client is post that and then stripped down. So
well,
it might still be like secretly in the game.
Well, the original client was Legion. So I think chances are, like, it's very obvious they're not using like the old client. I feel like it's kind of obvious, and they've even said that they're not using the old client. So I feel like if they can track boss kills, anybody who's killed the boss like that many times or whatever, you can pretty much guarantee they're cheating. And I think Blizzard should just permaban them. Like, no second chances, no, oh, well, we didn't know. It's like if you've done it this many times or whatever,
like,
you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
It's very clear. Like, intent is like, it's pretty easy to see intent.
Yeah.
If it happens once, you're like, I don't know what the hell just happened. Cool.
It's whatever, right?
Like,
it's like what you guys did, like MC. Like, let's assume that this bug is why you guys did MC, right?
Right.
You talked to Blizzard, you got their okay on it, you reported it immediately. It's very clear that you were not intending to exploit the game in a way that was unfair, right? And you weren't repeating it over and over. So that's very different. Harsh, but they did it to Method on Lich King kill. Well, that was Nihilum they did on them in the Lich King kill. Don't show it, they'll hold you accountable. People abuse it after you do it. No, they're not going to hold me accountable for that. That's ridiculous. They're not going to do that. Like, I feel like they're going to see my perspective on it. They might be pissed at me for doing it. They're not going to ban me. Let's see. What's your opinion on Classic Spy add-on? It's an add-on. I have no problem with it. That was Incendia, not Nihilum. Yeah, and Incendia was Nihilum. A lot of the people were in the same guild. It's Blizzard's fault for not testing. Well, okay, so here's the thing, right? This is the conversation of how much of it is Blizzard's fault for letting it happen and how much of it is the player's fault for taking advantage of it. I think that for certain things, the line that I draw is how much does this affect other players? Because if it's not really affecting other players, then it's not a big deal. And if it's not giving your character any sort of a massive advantage, then it's also not a big deal. Now, the economy is the problem here. So, like, for example, you used to actually be able to do this exact same thing by the Proving Grounds. You would be able to leave the group and then, or join Proving Grounds and then leave instance and then re-kill Baron Rivendare over and over and over. And this was a bug in the game. It was, it was in the game for like a couple of years, and they eventually got rid of it. But before they did, people took advantage of this a lot. Now, is farming the Baron Rivendare mount faster? Is that an exploit? Yes, it is. Is that an exploit that that affects the entire population? No, it's not. So in that way, this is a little bit loud. In that way, I don't think that it's permabannable in the same way that this is. If this is something that affects the entire game's economy, and it affects all the high-level items in the game, then yes, I do think that it's absolutely meaningful enough for Blizzard to take action on it. I made the Baron exploit? Well, good job. The point is still the same, though. Infinite boss killing is not affecting other players? Well, because on retail WoW, there's no real outcome of getting the Baron mount. So, like, if a player gets the Baron mount, that doesn't affect other players at all. It doesn't matter. Every player in the entire game could have the Baron mount, hypothetically, and it would have no effect on the gameplay of other people, right? And obviously, there is like a certain amount of prestige to it, but Baron mount's basically just a farming mount anyway, so it's not a big deal. So the point that I'm making is that, like, how much does this affect the game and affect how other players play the game? The Baron mount does not affect anybody. If every single player in the game had the Baron mount, it wouldn't have any effect at all. So let me see here. Massive critical layering exploit. Oh, this is a Blizzard post too. Holy shit. So I would not recommend people to do this.
At this point, you know that it's wrong. Right. At this point, it's very clear that this is wrong. And I think anybody trying to replicate it is probably going to get in trouble.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is a pretty big one right here. I mean, clip that proves it. Yeah, this is the same one, right? Yeah, I think this is the same one. That's so crazy they had this, dude. This is so fucking crazy. A difference between what you did and this for the economy, and this for the economy, like the basically how long it takes to have these items spawn, right? Instance layering is not intentional. This is not intentional in any context at all. I think that's the big difference, is that you are never supposed to have instance layering. People swapping layers to farm materials is not anywhere remotely as bad as people doing it to go to different layers to kill the last boss of an instance to get a rare drop like this. It's completely different. It has the same effect. Well, you're right, but it's like the same thing of like throwing a... it's like throwing a piece of styrofoam at somebody and throwing a rock at them. So like throwing a piece of styrofoam at them is still throwing an object at another person, but it's not going to do anything. whereas throwing a rock at them is. So it matters like the impact of what they're doing, and also like the effectiveness of what they're doing. They should not ban the players. Of course they should. Do you really think that they didn't do this knowing that it was going to be a bug? Oh, did I have here? Shit. Are we good here? Boys, we good? Let me double check here. Let's see, where we at? Where we at, boys? It seems like we're okay. But yeah, dude, I swapped layers. Apparently my ISP swapped layers too. Okay, here, try it in Dead Mines. I don't want to try it because I think that, like, yeah, maybe they might get pissed off at me. And have fun being perma'd. Yeah, I mean, if I was Blizzard, I would permaban people for this. I absolutely would. Yeah, this would just be like an instant fucking permaban. How are they supposed to know? How are they supposed to know?
It's kind of common sense.
Do you really think that how are they supposed to know that swapping a layer and instantly respawning the last boss in a certain area isn't supposed to happen? Like, do you really think that... Can we even... Come on, guys. Like, you've got to be a fucking retard to think that's not obvious. Like, come on. I get that, like, pretty deliberate exploit. Yeah, it's deliberate exploiting. It's obvious. It's fine. Check my last message. I don't have time for that. Would it be possible for raids? It might be. It absolutely might be, yeah, sure. Exploiter in the chat, huh? Yeah, maybe. If people are Spurgs, you'd have to kill the respawn mob for it to be an exploit. If you killed the mobs and layered and left, you did an exploit. Yeah, but showing it on the stream might, you know, it might frustrate Blizzard. That's why. They might not like that. By the Horns with 25 months. Thank you so much, man. Let's go, boys, literal god. Thank you, dude. Which music's playing? It's the Skyrim music right here. Oh, this is a hurricane thing. Check out the Nax and AQ videos. We've watched that multiple times, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So they need to fix it as soon as possible or the server's economy could be ruined. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously. Like, yeah. See, that's the thing is that they need to make it to where layering just doesn't work in instances. But I don't even know how that's going to work. I don't know. See, I thought that instant servers were separate from the actual servers, so it would be this wouldn't even be possible. But apparently, I don't know what I'm talking about. So we're going to have to wait and see what Blizzard does about this. But it is obviously a really, really big thing.